One more time from fabulous Las Vegas. It is the Fan Show. The team man, Richard Teeman, alongside Father Malcolm McCoy. Final score, 53-16. Yeah, I had to do a double take on that because this is what Coach Billy Back would say was a good old-fashioned ass-whooping. Malc, did you believe what you saw? Like, wow.
Not even in the least bit, man. I definitely thought it would be a much closer game. You know, two championship caliber teams pitted up against one another. I thought it would be, a nail biter for sure. But Arizona had their number the entire time.
I mean, they really did. The MVP of the championship went to a very deserving Devontae Merriweather, who had a trio of interceptions, but you could have given it to the whole defense.
Yeah.
You were yelling at linebackers from up in the concourse at Media Row, and I mean, what did you see that they were doing successfully against Mass that was really the difference maker here for this one?
Well, honestly, Rich, like I said beforehand, pressure. You know, putting pressure on that quarterback. They blitzed more often than that. You know, forcing Benefield to have to, make a quick decision, as far as throwing and just on the run. And also, when he did put the ball in the air, they made plays on it, whether that's pass breakups, tackles as soon as the ball carrier or the person gets their hands on the ball, or interceptions, They did a great job of taking away and just, swarming the offense.
Stifling, suffocating, I mean, whatever you want to call it, they were very much the snake-like defense out there on the field. Maybe more anaconda, but just like suffocating its prey. We get through this game. We noticed that Benefield just didn't really see like himself all game long. He was overthrowing receivers on throws that are very Benefield-esque. I mean, that's what got them to the championship game in the first place. Jimmy Robinson shut down at the line. That's part of that front three by Arizona on the defensive side. 3 interceptions by Merriweather alone, and I think 5 total for Benefield. So this defense, probably one of the best to go down in championship history for the IFL. But, I mean, really, it was just Arizona came to play. They were physical, and this was going to be their day to get another championship and a little revenge on Mass.
For sure. This is definitely their revenge tour, man. They got revenge. They did, man, for sure. I mean, it's not much else that could be said about that defense. I mean, just Arizona as a whole, offense, defense, and special teams. They did it on all 3 phases.
I mean, as a fan, you want a close game. We were certainly a fan coming into this one. We wanted a bit closer of a matchup here for the championship of all games. But, I mean, Arizona fans, they're going to go home very happy, having secured their 7th title as a whole. But it's like they've got a collection of different trophies now. They've got one from the Arena League. They've got one from the old IFL United Bowl, and now from the IFL National Championship. So quite the scene as far as hardware goes in their trophy case back in Phoenix. But, man, any other takeaways from this game that you feel didn't get touched on enough as far as either Mass and what they didn't do or Arizona and what they did do? You're the former player, man. Like, you know this game.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, just looking at it from a player's perspective, I would just say, Mass, it's time to go back to the drawing board on defense. You definitely have to be able to stop teams in order to, win games. So make it easy on your offense by slowing down their offense. Make it easy on your offense by slowing down their offense a bit. Now, if you can't do that, then, you get the result that we had tonight.
Now, Dalton Snead was great, but he didn't do anything that wasn't asked of him. Like, there was nothing as far as he did have the rushing touchdown in the second, which was their pick for play of the game. For you and me, though, it was one of the Merriweather interceptions late in the game. In fact, it was a touchdown. It was ruled a touchdown initially, was called back, and that basically was the point of no return for the game because Arizona got 2 more touchdowns after that, and it was absolutely demoralizing. But Dalton Snead's performance was exactly what you expect from a championship caliber quarterback with this kind of experience. So he does it back-to-back, once with Bay Area, now with Arizona. But, man, I mean, it was just a sight to be seen as far as that Arizona defense. That'll be the talk of the entire offseason.
For sure.
How do you replicate that as far as what teams are going to look to try to do to be successful next year?
Yeah. And I think that'll, like you said, that's just the tape you want to put on when you talk about stifling and swarming to the ball. So, but for now, I know Arizona's looking forward to celebrating. I think I caught one of their old linemen. I'm not going to say names or numbers, but he already had a bottle of champagne. So they're going to get to it, man. I mean, much deserved by them.
champagne and celebration for Arizona, and a long flight home for the Massachusetts Pirates. But hey, that will put a bow on a very competitive, very exciting 2024 IFL season. This is the part where I'd have somebody come out of nowhere to dunk Malc with the Gatorade bath, commemorating his first season with me here on the Fan Show. We did great, at least in my opinion, but you guys got us here, and we thank you and our GoFundMe donors one more time. This has been the Fan Show's championship coverage for the 2024 IFL Championship game in fabulous Las Vegas. So one more time until we do our recap coming up. But as far as here on location for Father Malc, Malcolm McCoy, I am the T-Man, Richard Tiemann. This is the Fan Show, and we will see you next time.